So, hello and Fáilte to you wherever you are listening in the world. This is the Diplomatic Airwaves, the podcast series of the Embassy of Ireland. So, in Ireland we have an expression that education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And for the past 50 years, Irish Aid, through the Ireland Fellow Programme, has been able to do just that. Ireland has a proud tradition of offering some of Ethiopia's finest future leaders a year in Ireland, undertaking courses related to the Sustainable Development Goals so that they may return to their country to work to make it a better place. This week, as part of this podcast series, I'm delighted as we approach the application period for the next Fellows Programme to be able to take this opportunity to be able to talk with one of the former members of the Fellow Programme and a graduate of the University College Dublin in Gender, Politics and International Relations. I wanted to welcome today to our episode Miss Alemi Desta. You're most welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I want to start our conversation today by talking about your experience on the Fellows Programme and maybe more so how you heard about it or what you knew about Ireland before applying.
Thank you so much again. I'm really honoured to be here today as an alumni of the ICOS Fellow. As you said, I did my master's in gender, politics and international relations at the University College Dublin. So before I applied for the fellowship, I used to work as a legal expert in Goal Ethiopia. So, Goal Ethiopia is one of the organizations funded by the Irish Aid. So one thing guys to know about Ireland is that they are involved more in the development areas. And also I know how they value about the peace building because I've seen some of the projects in that area. And also I know about maybe it's just few about the people because I know the fund is coming from there and I know it is all the result of the fund raised by the good heart, the good people there. And also from my geography class, I know it is found at the edge of Atlantic Ocean. So I just have this elementary knowledge before my travel to Ireland. Yeah.
So then, of course, you applied and you were successful and you went to University College Dublin. Tell us about your first days arriving in Ireland and how was that as an experience?
Yeah, I still recall the first day. Traveling between the continent is actually not only about the physical journey, it's more of emotional. So the first day I arrived in Ireland, I was a little bit challenged and also I would say feeling happy. So what challenged me most is that being in your own home, being in your own country, everything is familiar, right? And I used to live in my own comfort zone with familiar people, familiar language and culture, the food, everything is like very comfortable. So being there, the first thing challenging me is being away from my own family. It's just the first time I stayed for long apart from my family. And also the duty to navigate through and also the obligation to make yourself ready to explore the challenges, cope up with the environment, with everything. And so, I still remember it's just full of excitement at the same time, full of fear. But thankfully, and thanks to the good Irish people, it went very smooth. So one thing I did was I decided to be out of my room. I decided to be out of my comfort zone. I decided to attend events. I decided to talk to people. I decided to find people like in the same situation. So I also became a member of the mentorship program. So everything helped me to smooth my stay there. So I still remember it's full of excitement and the fear.
It sounds like you really made the most of the opportunity.
Yeah.
So then, as a Ethiopian in Ireland, what would you say were the biggest maybe cultural similarities or differences between Ireland and Ethiopia?
Yeah, I would say there is a lot of difference between Ireland and Ethiopia. Just to start with the geography, we are in Africa and in Europe. So there are different things connected to this, basically the economic, social, and cultural difference. So economically, Ireland is one of the most developed country in the world, right? So everything, the social aspect, the infrastructure, the technology, everything is very convenient and very smooth there. But in Ethiopia, you have to explore a lot of challenges when it comes to even the basic services and infrastructure. So I would say this is one of the difference. And also, I have seen a lot of similarities between Ethiopia and Ireland. So for me, the first similarity is our challenging story and also our resilience. I know Ireland has this story of famine, which is the Great Famine in 1840s, I think. And also we had the same in 1994, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I see how the people are resilient to overcome these challenges. And nowadays, Ireland is one of the strongest countries in the world, being a voice for other countries passing through similar challenges and similar problems. And also, I know majority of the aid coming from Ireland, not only for Ethiopia, but for other African countries. So I think we share this history of challenge or resilience. And also, I've seen similarity basically when it comes to value for the community, value for the family, right? So in Ethiopia, like if you are in a bus or in the taxi, you have to leave your seat when elders come or person with a disability or a mother with child come, like you have to leave your seat. I've seen the same experience in Ireland, like when we're in the bus, at least a couple of the first seats are reserved for people with special needs, right? And also, I've seen similarity how people really greet each other. Here in Ethiopia, like if you just walk by yourself and you see someone, you say, salam no, just like this, right? I think I've seen the same thing in Ireland. Just strangers will say, hey, yeah, or they'll say something like this. So I've seen that's really something similar and that we share commonly. And also, I have seen the value we give for education. So in Ethiopia, the government is really doing their best to make sure access to education is ensured. And also, I have seen how the government of Ireland is hugely investing in the education area because they know that's the weapon to overcome the issues of poverty and other challenges. So I think we have these things that we share in common. Yeah.
For sure, you're absolutely right. I think the sense of community that we have historically in Ireland and the history we've gone through, it's something that we have in common with Ethiopia, which I think in that sense maybe makes it easier for Ethiopians to settle in Ireland. And you've touched upon the next question I wanted to ask you in relation to education. How would you describe your educational experience going to UCD? Maybe explain for us a bit what it was like there, the routines, and how it differed from studying in Ethiopia.
Yeah. So like coming back from Ireland, I usually brag saying I did my master's in one of the 100 top universities in the world. So I did my master's in the School of Politics and International Relations. And I would say it's just one of the phenomenal experience that I ever had in my entire life. So I'm really like very, very excited about the relationship between the lecturers and between the students. The learning environment is not like sort of theoretical one, but it's more of practical. So fortunately, the course I attended is more connected to the current scenarios and issues that we're dealing with in the world. So the way they are appreciating the student to explore these challenges, the way they challenge us to ask questions, not only being there or not only attending the class, rather being present and being valued. And also, one thing I've seen that maybe I am just the only person maybe from Africa in that class. Most of them are from Europe, from the US, from other developed countries. But they really did make sure that my voice, my concern is included and I feel valued. So I really want to thank one of my lecturers. Her name is Catherine Adard. She's just an amazing lecturer that I've ever seen in my entire life. And the way she approached the student, the way she encouraged us to ask questions, and the way they challenge us to connect the theory to reality is really an amazing one. And I would say I got the opportunity to have friends for life. I got the opportunity to explore theories by connecting to the practice. And also, I would say it gave me the courage to challenge myself, to understand my own ability. And generally, I would say it's just, the phenomenal experience that I ever had in my entire life. And that's what I can say about the education environment in Ireland. Yes.
Amazing, wow. High words of praise, and shout out to Katrina O'Dowd if she is listening.
Sure.
So it really sounds like it's been an enriching experience in terms of education and professional development, but as you know, I think there's a bit more to the Ireland Fellows Programme in a holistic sense and the experience of living in Ireland. Did you get a chance to leave Dublin and see the rest of the country or explore Irish culture in any other ways?
Yeah, exactly. I really want to thank the ICO's focal persons in Dublin, the other part of the Ireland. They really make sure we got the opportunity to gather, to experience the food, the culture, the dance, everything there. And in addition to that, I also traveled to a couple of the counties in Ireland. I've been to Galway, I have been to Cork. So they both have their own unique and special features. So in Galway, it's more of natural thing. Mm-hmm. You will see artistic things and so on. I've been to the Cliff of Moher, if I'm not mistaken about the name.
Yeah,
and also, I traveled to Kinsale. I tasted like some seafoods and also see the vibrant ocean-surrounded village, which is really an amazing experience. So, I did my best to experience out of Dublin, out of the educational setting, out of the educational environment, and
Oh, no, it sounds like you have seen more of Ireland than many Irish people even.
Yeah.
Coming back then to Ethiopia and leaving Ireland, is there anything you miss about Ireland? Or anything memories you've taken with you to even use in your life in Ethiopia now?
If I say no, I will lie. So I have to be frank with you. I think I miss everything. As I've said, everything I had there was like very positive, and also the way I tried to involve in different aspects of life, in addition to the educational environment, is really an amazing experience that I always value in my entire life. So I used to work as a community partnership for one of African organization. It's called African Professional Network of Ireland. So I got the opportunity to work with different organizations aiming to create a very sustainable and enabling environment for African professionals in Ireland. So I really miss that part. I really miss the workshops I used to attend. I really miss the events I used to attend. I really miss meeting new faces, new people with amazing experiences there. And also, I really miss the friendship I built there. And as I've said earlier, I got friends for life. Now I really miss them. And also, I really miss my classroom, the classroom where we used to speak very openly, where we used to respect each other, exploring our own culture and sort of that. I think I really miss everything. And also, I missed fish and chips.
Yes, I miss fish and chips as well.
Yeah, it's really an amazing one. I think I miss a lot of things. Yeah.
But tell us a bit, Lemmy, about your life in Ethiopia now. What does it look like after completing the Ireland Fellows Programme?
I still remember the interview I did before I left for Ireland. So the interviewer asked me, how are you really gonna contribute to your own country? Like, they're gonna invest on me, I'm gonna attend my course, and then they asked me what you're really gonna do after doing your master's. And I remember I answered, I won't be the same person. That's one thing I'm sure about. So coming from Ireland in August, I immediately returned back to my own work. And currently I'm working as a policy analyst with Kudunatumsa Foundation. It's one of the local NGOs, basically working in the areas of development, targeting education, healthcare, and other services. Returning back to my position, as I've said, I really did make sure that I'm not the same person who left like before a year. Now I'm always at the forefront to challenge opinions and to make sure the program, the project whatever we do is really benefiting everyone equally. And basically, my focus is women, and in the area of women's economic empowerment and financial inclusion. And I would say the courses I attended in Ireland helped me a lot, basically to ask questions, to challenge decisions, to be at the forefront as the guardian of the interest and the benefit of those community involved in different projects, basically women, as I've said. So it helped me a lot, basically to question the policies, to question the decisions, and to make sure they are equally benefiting everyone. So I would say now I'm a better person, and my skill, my knowledge, my capacity is enhanced. Now I know how I can frame my arguments. Now I know how I can interlink theories to the practice. So thanks to UCD, thanks to my course, now I'm the better person and performing well than previous.
Wow. So having seen that development and how UCD and studying in Ireland has benefited you, would you recommend the IFP to young Ethiopians listening today?
Obviously, there's no question.
You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yeah, of course. So usually there is one thing I say, this fellowship really is not just for the purpose of saying, I'm really saying it from the bottom of my heart. Like, it gave me the courage to see the best version of my own self. I didn't know this capacity, I didn't know this resilience. And as I've said, that 1 year is not just 1 year. I have been here and there. I participated in community work. I participated in fundraising for different causes. And also, I finished my master's with the first class honor. So I just discovered this best version of my own self. I discovered that I'm able to do multiple things at a time. I discovered that I am someone who can really be influential. So I would say if there's anyone who dare to hope, who dare to discover their own best version, I really recommend this opportunity. I really recommend the fellowship. And what I would say is it works. Even if you're gonna go through 1 year application process, it really works. And just give it your best. And this is something that you would be thankful throughout your life. So from my own experience, I would say definitely love to apply. Yeah.
Every time I have met you and we've talked about this experience, you use that expression, the best version of oneself. And I really love it. It encapsulates, I think, everything that's good about the program, the experience you get, but how it creates future leaders going forward afterwards. I think we need to use that in our marketing this year.
And I need the patent, actually.
Yeah, get the copyright in before I do.
Yeah.
But so for anyone who is interested in applying, what advice or top tips do you have? I know, as you said, it's a long application. It takes 1 year. What else should people be preparing for?
Yeah, I think I have a couple of advice from my own experience. The first one is, as we have said, it may take like a year, and you'll be lost in the middle. You may feel like, oh my God, it's still, again, you have to submit this, you have to do this, you have to do that. But what I would say is it's worth it. And then what I would say is first do some sort of researches. Just have a clear picture of what you really want. Why you're really going to invest 1 year from your life in Ireland? Why do you want to do this master's? So I would say just do some sort of research, self-reflection, and really have your own plan, what you want to do there, and how you're going to apply it back home. So this is the first thing I would say. The other one is, as I've said, being yourself. So nowadays we know the challenge of AI. I actually appreciate the help of AI, but sometimes people will be just lazy, just generate answers and submit their essays from the AI. They will go to ChatGPT and sort of that. But I would say just be yourself, write your own understanding, what you really want. So from my own experience, I would say that maybe examination committee or the fellowship committee are not looking for perfections. They know you want to be perfect. That's why you're going to apply for the master's, right? So I would say just be yourself, use your own tone, just show them what you are capable of, your potential, and why they really want to invest in you. Because it's a lot of money, it's euros, and why they really invest in you. You have to show them, you have to convince them, and you're worth this investment. So that's what I would say. And for this, they need to prepare themselves. They need to be patient. as I have said, it's gonna take a year, so they need to be patient. And then, as I have said, just have a clear picture of your own plan, your own goal, what you want to achieve. And for me, I'm really successful in this regard because I did my first degree in law, and once upon a time I thought to be a judge or an advocate. However, I discovered what I really want. That's how I communicated, and that I want to do masters in gender, basically, to make sure equality, inclusion is alive in our own community. So that's how I convinced the fellowship committee that I'm worth this investment. And now I'm back to it, and I'm doing what I really promised. So yeah, I would suggest be yourself and show them you are capable of it. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I hope everyone was taking notes on that. So, listen, Lemmy, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time, for sharing your experiences on Ireland and your experiences since you've come back. It's really great to hear the stories that you've had and the inspiration I hope that it's given anyone who's listening. The Ireland Fellows Programme will open very soon for the 2027 academic intake, so we really hope to see as many applications as we can. So with that, we'll leave it, and thank you once more.
Thank you so much for having me.